Hey guys, Andrew here again in the last video, looking at breaking down IPv6 addresses with subnetting here, right? So again, what I have here is a address 2001 DB8 ACAD, right? So I dropped the leading zero here. There's no leading zero, that's gone. And this is just a /48 global routing prefix, and this is all I'm giving you, right? This is all you're going to get. And double colon here just at the end with nothing after it tells me that I've got 5 more hextets, right? I've got a subnet in here, I got a subnet interface ID, and then I've got all my interface ID after that. Okay, so let's get to it. I need 3 networks. Now remember, I have over 18 quintillion plus addresses per IPv6 network, so I'm not really worried about running out of addresses, right, for all my different hosts. So let's just make a network, all right? So the first network, right, I can just say I have 2001 DB8, oops, maybe if I can make a B correctly, right, DB8, right, ACAD, all right? Now this next one is the subnetting ID. All right. Now, one thing to note in IPv6, unlike IPv4 where we had to reserve all 0 and we had to reserve 0 and we had to reserve what the broadcast was, IPv6 doesn't have a broadcast. Instead, it's replaced with something called Anycast. Again, generally speaking, a lot of the protocols are designed to either use unicast traffic or multicast traffic. Okay, with a few exceptions. Okay, but for our case here, we can use any combination between 0, 0, 0, and 0 all the way up to F, 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 F inside, right, inside of this subnetting ID. Okay, so you know, a valid value here would be 0001, okay, /64 for whatever I assign for my different IDs on my network. And then of course we can drop our leading zeros, so my network might be 2001 DB8 ACAD 1:/64. Done. That's it. I've subnetted the whole network. Serious. That's it. Okay, so I've created a subnet. Given my /48 2001 DB8 ACAD subnet ID, I picked some value that's valid in here. All right, they have to be unique. Every network will have to be unique, right? But as long as it's a valid address somewhere in this range here, so 1 is a valid address, and I can drop the leading zeros. So 2001 DB8 ACAD 1:/64. So a valid address in here might be 2001 DB8 ACAD 1:1, 2:3. Sometimes in labs they'll kind of switch it up and they'll be like, in Cisco, they'll be like an address is A and an address is B. A fun thing to do when you're planning out your networks, especially in lab, when you have multiple computers on different networks. Right, they put your router up here, boom, boom, boom. You might have computer A, computer B, and computer C, so you'll actually make one subnet, 2001 DB8 ACAD A, the other one B, and the other one C to go along with the corresponding networks. All right, so let's pick a new one, right? 2001 DB8 ACAD 2:/64. Okay, next, pick a new one. 2001 DB8 ACAD, I don't know, let's do B this time, /64. Okay, that's it. It's literally it. That's all there is to it. So as long as we operate here, this is our global routing prefix. we're changing our subnetting ID, and then anything after this double colon is the interface ID. Okay, so this could be a slew of different combinations. Now, in your readings and in your study, you'll actually see there's something called EUI64. Some people still use it, some might not. And EUI64 says every computer has a MAC address. All right, so if computer A has a MAC address of, I don't know, let's just do A, B, C, D, E, F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 48-bit MAC address. Well, if that's 48 bits, and this is a 64-bit network, so you can actually squeak right in the middle here, F, 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 E, right? So you could create an address based on the MAC address of this computer. So the computer's IP address could be A, B, C, D, E, F, 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 E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? That could be the valid IPv6 address on this network, okay? Not commonly used anymore, mostly because this is seen as a security issue. You know, I mean, no longer is the computer considered anonymous. It's more common now for the address to be assigned a random value, and also to be assigned a temporary IPv6 address that's constantly changing to improve the security on the device. Okay, so I mean, there are some different combinations and different styles for assigning addresses. You could also use DHCP, DHCP, right, v6. Right, so DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol version 6, for assigning addresses. The router can be set up to manage it. You could have another server somewhere else manage it. There's a whole slew of different options out there. Again, this is beyond the scope of, again, Cisco 1 in this course, but you know, this is beyond the scope of that. We do explore more of that in the second course with Routing and Switching Essentials. You will see a lot more of that then. But for now, again, just subnetting in these systems is quite simple. Okay? So again, just in case you didn't believe me, how simple this really is, right? Just remember, this is my global routing prefix. Right in there is my subnet ID. All right. And then anything after that is the interface. Okay, the interface ID. Okay, so anything after that, all right, 6/64. And honestly, so long as you operate on this, this system, you'll be just fine. All right, so again, there's my global routing prefix. I need to create a subnet. So I can just start with 1/64. And then down here, same thing, dot 2/64. And then same thing, 3/64. And I'm just arbitrarily picking a value 1, 2, 3. Now remember, there are 3 leading zeros in front of this, and as long as it's some combination between 0, 0, 0, 0, all the way up to F, 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 including both of these, you can use both of these. So 0 is a valid subnet. Okay, and 4 Fs, all Fs is a valid subnet. Again, so altogether total, 16 bits, right? 2 to the 16th, you have 65,536 different subnets you can create per /48 global routing prefix that would be assigned to you. And then, of course, this is a 64 bits out here in the interface ID, right? So again, you have 18 plus quintillion addresses per network, okay? So again, that is it. That's how simple it is to subnet in IPv6. Now again, I mentioned in the last video, you can subnet into the interface ID. You can actually subnet further this way if you wanted to. Beyond the scope of this course, again, you kind of have to really have I mean, some people set up point-to-point network with routing this way. For our purposes, we're generally going to stick with a /64. Again, it's IPv6. There's, just so many addresses out there. There's, altogether 330, over 330 undecillion addresses, and we're only currently at this current time recording this video using approximately, last I heard, about 1/8 of the addressing space in IPv6. Right? IPv4 we're completely maxed out, but IPv6. We still got a long ways to go. So don't be shy using those addresses, okay? So it was good having you guys here, and I hope to see you guys in future videos. Take care.